Welcome to another day, another broadcast from Manifest Nation. Of course, I am your host, Brian Hyppolite, the Manifest Mentor. If you just tuning in, if this is your first episode, if you just getting to know me, I don't know how you came in contact with me, but I definitely know this is divine alignment. This is a divine opportunity for the God within me to speak to the God within you, and I'm excited for it. I'll be honest with you. This is what I was sent to this dimension to do. So thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for being a part of me fulfilling my role and my calling. So this is Manifest Nation. Shout out to everyone that's already a part of it, everyone that's been joining the channel, subscribing to the channel, joining our Discord and being a part of the Manifest University community. So this is a place of peace, power, and presence. This is a sanctuary where visionaries, divine builders, and bloodline breakers come alive. Much unlike many of the other channels on this platform, this isn't entertainment. This is daily elevation. This is where your excuses die and your destiny is born. For the record, before we go any further, let me remind each and every one of you that the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp begins in just 2 days. That's 48 hours for you to decide if you're going to keep living the same cycles or finally step into the life that's been calling you. Step into the greatness that you're worthy of. Discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 while this broadcast is live. While we going, discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 at brianhyppolite.com. So it's a time for you to save, not time for you to waste. Definitely don't want to waste another year repeating the same patterns. I know that for sure. Like I've been telling everyone, October gonna get here. Are you still gonna be the same version of yourself that you've been all this time when October show up? That's the question. Listen, I want you to know something. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, and greater shall you have. And that starts with accepting. So before we go any further, we want to start this episode with this music video that I shot not too long ago called for the song Accept, which is streaming on all platforms and comes from the Tropical Depression album. Check it out right here. Yo, I filmed this music video in Morocco. Yeah, we're having a good time over in Morocco. I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I accept my grace.
Today I choose to be greater than I ever been. My faith is his own evidence, where fear becomes irrelevant. Walk through Hell's Kitchen knowing I'm heaven sent. Manifest University on my letterman. When opportunity knocks, you better let them in. Yeah, I sacrifice so I can pay the price. These losers playing with their life, they like to roll the dice. They get a lot of wishful days, a bunch of hopeless nights. I got progress, still wasn't overnight. Scared that wall, I had my back to it. I knew my worth and had attached to it. To them losses, it was another lesson. Prayer and meditation helped me calm my stress. Opened up my hands and caught another blessing. God gave me my answer, I asked another question.
I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I stand in my power. I accept my grace. I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I stand in my power. I accept my grace. I accept my grace.
Each day is a gift, and I'm using my gifts and my energy to uplift. And now I'm fine with letting go of whatever's not mine or not meant. For me in this season, I release it. Might be uncomfortable, but I'm at peace with choosing me and trusting alignment. Nothing missing, nothing broken. Divine timing, I'm shining my light. Walk by faith, not sight. Ascend to new heights, illuminate bright. Help my people get right, break generational curses. I'm just walking out my purpose. I'm a work of art and a work in progress. I've been working hard and I respect the process. Been on my job like the rich dude. Thanking God I don't look like what I've been through.
I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I stand in my power. I accept my grace. I accept my grace. I acknowledge my value. I acknowledge my value. I follow my peace. I follow my peace. I stand in my power. I stand in my power. I accept my grace. I accept my grace. I accept my grace.
Yes, American. Tupac, that's right. Yeah, all I've heard since I've been here have either been Tupac, Lil Wayne, or Bob Marley.
All eyes on you.
All eyes on me, that's right. Thank you.
You got to accept that greatness. You better acknowledge your value. I don't know what you got going on, but if you're not doing that, man, you selling yourself short for sure. So yeah, that Accept music video was filmed in Morocco, Marrakesh, specifically in the country of Morocco. And it was an amazing time last year, man. I spent about a week out there. Spent a few days in the Sahara Desert. Amazing experience. I definitely recommend that you go. But yo, listen, it's a wonderful day to be greater than you ever been. Shout out to everyone that's been subscribing to the channel, everyone that's been joining, everyone that's been sharing it. We got a community building, and I know it because I'm watching the numbers in the Discord go up, and that means people have been subscribing to the channel and getting access to the Discord. So shout out to each and every one of y'all that's been subscribing, all of the followers. Yo, I love y'all to life. Let's get to it though, because I definitely came here tonight to offer you some healing, some insight. You know, let me get IG in here just real quick. Let's get IG in here. Shout out to everyone watching. Where y'all from? If you on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Okay, there go Instagram. Instagram in here. Let me see. I appreciate y'all patience. Y'all know this streaming thing. I'm new to this streaming game. What up? What up? What up? What up? Let me get you right. Let me get Instagram right, y'all. My apologies. That ain't gonna be the right shot, but let me get this let me get this microphone on here. Instagram was good. Y'all can hear me well. Y'all can hear me good. I don't like that angle. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't like that angle. That's a little bit better, but let me see if I can get you over here so we be closer to the vibe. Let me get you right. Listen, it's been so much growth taking place. And I'm so excited for it. I've been seeing so much growth in my mentorship programs. Can y'all hear me? Y'all hear me good on Instagram? Let me know. I want to make sure that y'all can hear me and that y'all can hear me well. Because we got some great things to talk about tonight. Shout out to everyone that's watching on all the platforms, on all the networks. Hey, where y'all from? Where you reporting live from, man? I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now. Where everybody get? Where you at? Where you from? Where you repping? Who's in here? Let me know. Drop it in the chat. Where you at? Where you from? Chicago. Chi-Town in the building. See Florida. Okay, Dade County. Big shout out to Tampa, Florida. Where you at? Where you from? New Jersey in the building. South Africa. What's happening in South Africa? Netherlands. What's happening in Netherlands? Virginia. Shout out to the whole DMV. ATL, I see you. Yeah. Where you at? Where you from? Where you repping? Shout out to Phoenix, Arizona. Y'all been showing me a whole lot of love since me and the fam moved out here. There's been so much growth taking place. There's been so much growth taking place within my community, within the Manifest University community, as well as this Manifest Nation channel. So shout out to everyone that's been supporting the channel. I appreciate y'all. Let me get better in this frame, man. Here's the thing. They be talking about this streaming shit. Because when we talking about all that work and that go into getting it right, so that you have the right angle, the right shot, the right equipment that's necessary, the right everything to make it, be what it's supposed to be. But it's all good. It ain't nothing to it. I'm gonna get right. So I pray you can hear me well. Everybody should be able to hear me well. Everybody should have a good angle of me. Lighting should be right. All that good stuff. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I want to talk to you. I want to give you the ability to be greater than you've ever been. That's really why I show up here. That's the motivation for this live, for the this channel, for the community. It's to see you being greater than you've ever been. And that looks different for everyone. Everyone, when I ask you what your greater existence is, that has a different picture for everybody. But the goal is, regardless of what that picture looks like for you, to see you there, to see you get there, to see you reach this space of greater than you've ever been. And I don't mean just better than right now. Oftentimes when I'm mentoring people, when I'm speaking to people, when I ask you what your greater existence looks like, many times what you answer me with is whatever is better than what you're currently experiencing. And that's not at all what I'm asking you. I'm not asking you to just imagine better than what you're currently dealing with. I'm asking you to identify life from the apex, identify life from, we look at everything from the ground up. I'm telling you to look from heaven down. I'm telling you to approach this thing from a place of opulence, abundance, opportunity, where there's no shortage and there's no lack and there's no reason why you can't have that which you desire. And if you are designing your life based off of that, if you can only make decisions based off of an ability to create what you want and have what you want, how differently would your life look? It's my job, it's my intention, and it's my pleasure and my honor to align you with the greatest version of yourself, the divine version of you. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everyone that's just joining. If you're watching on TikTok, you're watching on IG right now, let me be straight with you. This conversation will not, you won't see the full thing. You know what I mean? We were already streaming on Twitch before you even got the opportunity to be here. And what you're watching is going to end before we actually end this broadcast. So if you want the full message, you want the full breakthroughs, you want the replays, you got to come over to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch. That Manifest Nation channel got everything that you need on it. And when you subscribe to it, you're going to get a lot of amazing benefits, a lot of amazing perks. One of them is that you will have lifetime status and recognition as a founder to the Manifest Nation channel. You're also going to get access to our private Discord. You know, there's the Manifest University Discord that has about 200 people in it that get together with the intention of being greater versions of themselves. If you've never been in an environment where people are intentionally getting together so that they can heal, so that they can unlearn what they need to and relearn what they need to, so that they can release what they need to and embrace what they need to. Let me get you in an environment like that and see how you move when everyone is just coming together for the purpose of being greater. So you get access to the Manifest University Discord. You also get access to 8 of my eBooks, 1 of my workbooks, and affirmations, guided meditations, a whole lot of personal development resources that I have put together to just help you be great. So you get access to all of that just for subscribing to the channel. And, you know, there's honestly no other time, no other space that I've ever created where I give you so much for so little. Because really what I'm saying is thank you for supporting this vision that I have to build this Manifest Nation channel into something that is being soulful for millions of people around the world. And you're going to help me get there. So I'm thanking you for helping me along the way with this amazing package of perks and gifts for subscribing to the channel. So please click the link in my bio and join, follow the channel, subscribe to the channel, and share it and tell people about it. Thank you so much. You can also go to obviously twitch.com and search up Brian Hyppolite or Manifest Nation, or you can go to brianhyppolite.com and there's a link right there to get you there. So however you get there, I don't care how you get there, just man, it's a great day to be greater than you've ever been, and I pray that you have been taking advantage of that. I pray that today was a day that you lived and that you walked out that was in direct alignment, divine alignment with the greatness that's within you. I pray that today looks like the greatness that's within you and not all those things that you've been through. I pray today is a day that you have lived in the existence of your greater, making decisions as the greater version of you would. feeling the feelings and the vibrations that the greater version of you would end if today was not that type of day. Let this moment be the moment where you commit to tomorrow being that type of day. A day lived with a high level of intention to feel the way that you want to feel, to manifest the things that you want to manifest. You definitely have that ability to do so. Yeah. Yeah, okay, we got a new subscription. Big shout out to everyone subscribing on Twitch. And when you do so, you don't just support me, but you invest in you. You get subscriptions, get access to the Discord, the vaults, the replays, and the family that don't let you slip. So listen to me. Don't be a spectator. Be a bloodline breaker. And pull up on me and Manifest Nation. Subscribe today. Now let's get into it. Let's be real, family. Let's be real about a few things. Comfort has killed more dreams than crack ever did. Comfort convinces you you're safe when really you're in danger. You're slowly strangling your potential. Comfort is a silent but extremely deadly killer. Do me a favor, if you've ever felt the sabotage of comfort, pay attention, because we are going to equip you with the ways to never fall into that trap again. Comfort tells you to rest, relax, you deserve it, when you haven't even earned the life that you fantasize about. Now, there is, as I say that, I also want to give you a disclaimer that there is plenty of times, plenty of seasons where that rest is absolutely necessary and not something that you have to earn. There are many seasons, not where you're earning it, but the rest comes after the work is completed. Comfort is a silent coffin. You don't notice you're dying until it's too late. Studies show that 80% of people live a life on autopilot. Waking up to the same routine, same habits, same conversations. And that autopilot isn't flying you towards your destiny. It's flying you into decay. What's the comfort you keep running back to, knowing that it's killing your future? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat for me. What's the comfort that you keep running back to, knowing that it's killing your future? You're well aware it's working against you, but because you're used to it, there's somebody said weed. That's a good one. That's a good one. And that's a common one that most people don't want to admit. It's something that they keep running back to. Everyone wants to make excuses, knowing that something within them has already caught them higher. We don't got to do the judgment. We don't got to say whether it's good or bad. We don't have to have the conversation or the argument about whether it's natural, whether it's a drug. We don't got to do all that. 90% of the time, what's been identified is a calling within a person that says, right now, at least in this season, or maybe never again, this is not something for you to engage in, or it's not something for you to engage in the way that you have been. So just dealing from that place, no judgment. If we're looking at any type of substance, anything foreign that we begin to use so much that it becomes our comfort, There's something that we are telling ourselves. There's a belief that we have formed that this thing, in this case, the weed, is one of two things. There's something that you believe that is offering you something, believe that is giving you something that you feel you're missing, or you believe it's going to take away something that you feel you don't have the power to remove on your own. One of those two things. And 9 times out of 10, it's a coping mechanism. There's a whole nother issue. 9 times out of 10, the weed isn't the problem. It's the fact that you wanted to be numb. And I don't know if this is you. I'm just using it as an example. It's the fact that you want to be numb from a piece of your reality. Or it's the fact that you want to feel yourself in a higher space. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to be in a higher space. But what is wrong is that you continue to lack the belief that you have the ability to put yourself there in that higher space, in that jovious space, in that whatever it is. Some say I need to calm down. I need to relax. It helps me control my nervous system. I hear you. And I believe you. I'm not disputing that at all. What I also do know is that we possess the ability to do so. And it's time that you be intentional to walk down that path. It's time that you give your power back to yourself. That was a very good answer. Anybody else got anything? What's the comfort that you keep running back to? Even though you know that it's killing your future, because that's the part right there. You know that it's killing your future. You know that it's working against you. Yo, you know we got the Manifest Nation hotline. So a few calls each broadcast. I'm going to take a few calls each broadcast. So if you want to talk about it, you can call the Manifest Nation hotline. If you're watching on Twitch, I'm going to put the number on the screen for you. For everyone else, is 813-686-0963 right now. The hotline is open. You can call it right now. If we could talk about this comfort, this silent killer that you've been allowing to be there, the comfort that you keep running back to, knowing that it's killing your future. Yeah, the Manifest Nation hotline is open. Family, feel free to hit me up. I want you to tell me, what is your comfort drug? What's the thing that you run to when fear or pressure shows up? Let's talk about it live. Right now, hit me up. Area code 813-686-0963. Yeah. Don't be scared. Let's talk about it. Don't just type it. Voice it. I'll be waiting on you. I'm waiting on this phone to ring. It's right next to me. What's your comfort drug? What's that thing that you run to when the pressure shows up? When fear shows up? Let's talk about it. Because your comfort zone is your killing zone. That's what I want you to know. That's really what I want you to realize. That comfort zone of yours is going to cripple you. And that's why we got to get you out of it. It starts with your words. It starts with the things that you say. It starts with the script that you're reading from and the programming that you're living from, that you're operating from. Sometimes you got to upgrade your operating system. You do it with your phone all the time. You change the operating system all the time on your phone. Sometimes you got to do it mentally. You got to do it spiritually. You got to do it with the things that's been going through your mind. Because the thoughts that you keep thinking is what you believe. And you'll start to create a reality around the things that you believe. So let's say some things that you should believe. You should believe these. Matter of fact, repeat these if you have the opportunity right now. If you're not at work, if you're in an environment where you have the free range to speak, I challenge you to say these. Repeat these. I am stronger than my cravings. I will not die in comfort. I choose growth over numbness. My future deserves my discomfort today. Listen, your future deserves your discomfort. You won't have the future that you want. You won't have the reality that you deserve if you don't get out of that space of comfort that you've been living in. This is really what it's all about. The lie is this, that comfort equals peace, when really comfort equals decay. There's so many people. Al Tutson. Yeah, next level coach Al Tutson stepped in the room, man. Listen, this is an amazing brother that I'm excited to be able to do life with. When I'm talking about, people ask me all the time, who is it that I talk to that keeps me sharp, and that whose mind I look to expanding myself through. And it's that brother, that brother right there, Al Tutson, the next level coach. Y'all should definitely tap in with him and everything that he got going on, man. He got such a genius mind. I love the way that he sees life. And as a high performance coach, he helps people all around the world become better versions of themselves, you know. So yeah, definitely tap in with my bro, and pretty soon y'all gonna see him, because I'm gonna start getting him on camera. I'm gonna start getting, whether we got to do a podcast, we're gonna do something, because the conversations that me and this man have, it'd be like it's a masterclass. It's a masterclass taking place, and we're gonna get y'all a part of that. So yeah, let's talk about this lie versus the truth. Let's talk about the lies versus the truth, because we've gotten too common with these lies, so they start to look like truth. Peace is not comfort. Peace is alignment. Some of y'all confuse being numb with being free. That's why you binge Netflix. That's why you scroll TikTok for hours. That's why you smoke every time stress shows up. That's why you drink. That's why you have sex every time you feel tense. That's why you do all these other things to make you feel the way that you want to feel. All these external things. None of it works anyway. It's all temporary. It's a Band-Aid. Being numb isn't peace. It's avoidance. And every time that you avoid, you strengthen the cycle that keeps you small. Every time. Every time you avoid your growth, you strengthen the cycle that is keeping you small. In fact, that's exactly why I wrote Bloodline Breaker. Because way too many families pass down avoidance like inheritance. Way too many families are passing down generational numbness instead of healing. Where's this book at? This one right here. This one right here is going to change it for you. Yeah. Bloodline Breaker. This book isn't just words, it's your mirror, and it's your map out of generational cycles. Grab your copy today. Don't just break the cycle, Understand it so you don't pass it down. Identify them. Change them. It's time. And you're the one that's chosen to do it. It's available at brianhyppolite.com. And guess what? When you subscribe to the Manifest Nation channel on Twitch, you are going to get, that's one of the 8 ebooks of mine that you're going to get when you subscribe to the channel. So shout out to everyone that's logging on to Twitch, following on Twitch, subscribing to the Manifest Nation channel. Not only so you get these replays, you get the full episodes, but you're also going to get a whole bunch of my content absolutely free. You know what I mean? You don't got to purchase the ebooks and the affirmations, the guided meditations. It's all there. I'm going to give it to you absolutely free just for you joining this channel and for supporting this vision that I got of taking this message across the world to millions of people. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to let them know. We're breaking generational curses and creating generational wealth. If that's the type of time you want to do me a favor, drop a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you're in here. Let me know that I'm talking to the right people. If that's really what is in your heart to do, if there's some things that you know ran in your family until it ran into you, and you're going to run it out of your family and make sure that nobody else got to deal with it, drop a 1 in the chat. If you're a bloodline breaker, if you're somebody that's going to change the tide for you and yours, then you are who I came here to talk to. Speaking of talking to, the Manifest Nation hotline is open during this broadcast, so you can tap in with me. If you want to hit me up, you can dial this number right here, 813-686-0963. I'm going to give you this number again. You want to tap in with me live on this broadcast, you could call in and we could chop it up. 813-686-0963. My question to you, if you're calling in, is what cycle of comfort or avoidance are you declaring ends with you tonight? What cycle of comfort? What cycle of avoidance? What generational burden ends with you tonight? Call me up. Let's talk about it. 813-686-0963. 813-686-0963. That's the Manifest Nation hotline. Let's talk. Let's chop it up. Have you been numbing instead of healing? Have you been numbing instead of healing? I talk to a lot of people who tell me that my song Mirror helped them start to heal. And I say, well, what were you doing? Shout out to y'all, by the way. Shout out to everyone that's on their healing journey. And shout out to everyone who found me through the Mirror song. I love y'all to life, and I'm honored that we got a chance to cross paths this way. And I also want you to know, if that Mirror song is how we cross paths, that's the first conversation that we had. The Greater Existence song was written intentionally to be the second conversation that we had. Yeah, if that's the intersection that we met at Mirror, I want you to listen to Greater Existence and know that I wrote that as the response to the conversation that we were having during the Mirror song. And also know that the Greater Resistance song comes from my 5th book, The Greater Existence, 111 Keys to Walking in Your Infinity. It's a powerful book, and that's the sequel to my first book, Manifesting You, which is where the Mirror song comes from. Each one of these songs that y'all love comes from a book that you definitely are going to love as well, and it's available all at brianhyppolite.com. There's book bundle options available there for you. There's coaching available there for you. And if you don't know, I'm starting a 30-day Manifest boot camp September the 1st. So you got 2 days, really a day and a half left to go. Less than that, really. Because, yeah, you got about 2 days till we get started. And we are going to be over 30 days of action, 30 days of accountability, 30 days of unlearning the belief systems that's been tying you to lack and limitation. If you have not been creating the realities that you desire, if you're one of these people that feel like the universe is teasing you because you can get what you can manifest just a little bit of what you want, not exactly what you're trying to manifest, but just a little bit. You feel like God is dangling something, like God is dangling what you want in front of you, but not giving it to you. That's not happening. But that's how you personify it many times. What is actually happening is that there's an opportunity for alignment so that you can really have what it is that you desire. But you have to align yourself with being the version of yourself that can not only have it, but can keep it. The version of you of yourself capable of being a good steward of the blessings that you want to come in your life. That's normally what you're missing. That's normally what you're lacking. You're lacking the mindset. You're lacking the preparation. You're lacking the vibrational existence that mirrors what it is that you want. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Over 30 days, we are going to get you back in alignment and get a new routine going. Because after that 30 days and after we're not doing this thing no more, you're going to have the routine that you know works for you. You're going to have the formula that aligns you with the life and the legacy that you want to create. And that's exactly what it's all about. And matter of fact, if you want to commit to getting into the 30-day boot camp that starts September the 1st, you should claim your spot right now. And you can use discount code GREATER. If you want to commit to your greater existence and for the next 30 days, you use discount code GREATER at brianhyppolite.com, and it's going to save you $50 right now during this live, during this stream. It's not going to work any other time. During this live, during this stream, discount code GREATER is going to save you $50. There's 3 levels of access, so get in where you fit in. There's the community level of access that is going to give you the daily videos and the instructions and the various things that is going to take you through this 30-day boot camp. Then there's also the small group tier 2, where in addition to those videos, you're also going to get a live class once a week, in addition to some eBooks and some other downloadable virtual content that you're going to learn from. You got that. And then you also have the 3rd tier, the VIP tier, and there's only a few spots left in there, where in addition to everything that I've mentioned, you're going to have a one-on-one coaching session with me at the beginning and at the end of this 30-day period. You're also going to, within those sessions, get a roadmap, a manifestation roadmap to keep you in alignment so that you can continue to create the life and the legacy that you desire. That's something that you're interested in. Get into the 30-day boot camp. Again, we're starting September the 1st. And right now, discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 on securing your spot at brianhyppolite.com. Don't say I ain't tell you. Don't say I ain't tell you. And when the doors close September 1st and we get into it, I don't want to hear about it. Because y'all like to come back around and slide in the DMs and be like, hey, can you let me in? No, listen, I told you. I told you about it. I gave you all the opportunities. I love you, fam. You're just going to have to catch the next one. That's really what it is. So let's get to it, though. I really want to hear. I want to hear from somebody today. Put it in the chat, or you can call the hotline. You can call the hotline. If you want the hotline number, put the number sign in the chat, and I'll read it out to you. If you're watching from TikTok or from IG or from anywhere where you can't see. Because, you know, if you was watching this on Twitch, you see it on the screen right now. You see the Manifest Nation hotline number. You see all the other great stuff. But yeah, if you want to call in and you want to talk, if you want to answer my question, I want to know, what cycle of comfort and avoidance are you declaring ends with you tonight? Have you been numbing instead of healing? Let's talk about it. Going on IG, I'm proud of you. Sis say, I'm healing a lovely relationship with my mother and daughter. That's what it is. That's what it's about. That's multiple generations of healing happening at the same time. You know, last holiday season, last Kwanzaa, last Christmas season, I had my father, my sister, and I, and my children all in the same home. And that's never happened before. 3 generations of us in the same place celebrating the holidays together. And there was a lot of healing that took place for everyone. 3 generations getting healing in one fell swoop. It's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. So shout out to you. Shout out to you for or cultivating that environment and feeling in your family. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That greater existence. Yeah. It's about a good time to get into that. It's about it sounds like a good time to play that song. You know, the greater existence exists because you need to remember just how amazing you are. You need to remember that greater shall you be, greater shall you do, and greater shall you have. Play that.
See, I'm asking you these questions because the right questions lead to
I
the
shot
right
this greater
answers.
existence music
The right
video.
answers provide the right
Arizona.
clarity. The right clarity offers the proper direction. And with the proper
Arizona.
direction, all you gotta do is execute an alignment. But first and foremost, we gotta know where we're going. Focus on what you're about to do. After all you made it through, you still be doubting you. Can't be waiting on a sign when you're the proof. No point in looking at the facts when you're the truth. Your purpose and your power are much greater than your problems. Use them both to solve them, or they'll keep revolving. Trauma ain't your fault, but healing's your responsibility. Be your greatest ally, not your biggest enemy. Sometimes you gotta make a pivot. I'm focused on my future, not my past, and everything shifted. Self-awareness makes you truly gifted. I identify my triggers, learn from them, and start moving different. But you gon' be a slave until you master self. Mindsets of abundance, they attracting wealth. If it don't align with me, then that's fine with me. But greater's what I gotta be. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Yeah, focus on the gifts that God gave you. Who are you outside the way that your pain made you? What would you do if you ain't have what your fear gave you? How would you love if broken expectations didn't change you? Don't make excuses, make better decisions. Can't blame nobody else for the way that you live it. Playing victim to your past just gon' keep you a victim. Overcome that superhero syndrome. Go from lacking limitations to a lack of limitations. It's gon' take you moving with a lack of hesitation. It's gon' take reversing all of that backwards thinking. But it's gon' take you further than all them dreams that you dreaming. And yeah, you can do it. I swear you can do it. I believe you have what it takes to get through it. This is divine timing, divine intervention, divine direction, divine protection for your divine mission. Greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence? Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. What's your greater existence? What's your greater existence?
Your power much greater than your problems. In the day, in the moment, if you believe that. You'll start living life from a place of problem. You know what I'm saying? You'll start living a life from a place of problem. Greater shall you be, greater shall you do, greater shall you have, but you gotta know it's true. That's what I'm talking about. What's your greater existence? I want to know it. Let's talk about it. When you think about that greater version of you, when you think about your greater existence, what is that? What does that look like? Let's talk about it. Tell me about it. Hit me up. Put it in the chat. What's your greater existence? I love that song because there's so many of us that are still tied to old trauma, old pain. And so many of us still tied to old places. There's an exercise that I do often in my classes and my mentorships when necessary. that helps you get away from, set yourself free from, heal from some old wounds. Because the truth is, family, that comfort and sabotage aren't the real problem. They're symptoms. Behind every cycle that you run back to, there's a wound. And many of these wounds are old wounds. Many of these wounds, you've been in these cycles for so long, you think that is you. You think this is really how you are, how you behave, what you think and how you feel. But no, these are how you've coped with your environments, with the environments that you've been in, with the trauma, with the abuse, with the lack of limitations, with the fears, with the doubts, with the manipulation, with the distractions, with the disruptions. This is how you've learned to survive. It's not who you are. And it's time for you to know the difference. Many of you don't know yourself outside of survival mode. You think the survival mode version of you is really who you are. It's not. It's who you've been to survive. This is who you've been programmed to be in order to survive. Now, the problem is many of us have even already removed ourselves from those environments that we were surviving. And although that danger is no longer around the corner or right outside the door or next door or whatever it is, you're no longer in that environment. You still have taken with you the identity of the survival mode version of you. You still have taken with you the reactions to life from survival mode. You have still taken the mindsets, the habits of survival mode. The same way that someone who has been dealing with a lack of financial literacy, so their decision making and their logic financially comes from a place of scarcity, a place of lack, and a place of limitation. You could give them $1 million tomorrow. That does not mean at all that they are going to be able to keep that, because though their financial situation changed, their financial mindset did. Their financial logic did. Their understanding on that subject did not change. So there will still, although they have abundance, they will still operate from a place of lack and limitation, or they'll operate in a place that'll bring them right back to lack and limitation. And this is the same thing, whether we're talking about money or we're talking about any other area of our life. But let's talk about the wound. Let's talk about the pain. Let's talk about the trauma that has not healed. And because it has not healed, you have not been released from the place that you were when that trauma took place. Many of us are adults running around, or children running around in adult bodies, because the way that we're going through life is still through the eyes of the wounded child that has not been dealt with, that has not even been acknowledged in many lives. Many of us have children, the children within us, still running the life that we live. And tonight I want to guide you through an exercise that will help expose, or at least begin to expose and bring you to healing, so you can heal that wound, so you can grow. Because it's time for you to grow. It's time for you to become this greater version of you. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah. As Shauna said, absolutely. I realized lately that I am the identity of who I've learned from. I grew up in survival mode, trying to catch up to meaningful habits and learning to help me adapt better in life. Like you are in the right place, Queen. You are absolutely in the right place, because this is the season to let all of that go. Because staying in that space will help you, aid you completely in sabotaging and restricting you from moving to the next level of life and from aligning with those things that you really want in life. There's so many people who you've been wanting, you've been waiting, you've been praying for these things, and you're wondering why you're not receiving it. It's because your mindset and your habits don't align with what it is that you want. They align with where you came from. They align with what you've survived and what you've learned to cope through, how you've learned to get through, not how you've learned to thrive. You can't, our parents didn't know any better because their parents were showing them how to stay alive, right? My mother grew up my mother was born in the 60s. Her parents were teaching her how to come home, how to make it home, how to think about that. Our grandparents were teaching our parents. I'm 40 years old, so if you're in my age range, our grandparents were teaching our parents, especially here in the United States, how to just make it home safe. Walk like them people, act like them people. Don't give them people no problem. Don't look them in the eye if you don't have to. I just want you to get home safe. Our grandparents were teaching teaching their children how to stay alive. Our parents were teaching us how to survive better. Each generation wants better for the ones that's coming after them. So our parents were trying to learn how to stay alive, and they're trying to teach us how to survive better. What they didn't know, because there was no way for them to know, is that you cannot survive well enough to get out of survival mode. You cannot survive enough to get into thriving mode. And so we were taught many things that would only allow us to just perpetuate survival mode, but never allow us to get into thriving mode. And so there's an unlearning and a relearning that has to take place. There's definitely an unlearning and a relearning that needs to take place. And that's really what this 30-day manifest boot camp was made for, because it's going to give you 30 days to unlearn what you need to, release what you need to, abandon what you need to, accept what you need to, embrace what you need to, prioritize what you need to, so you can create the reality that you need to. That's what it's all about. So listen, I want to go through this exercise with you this morning. Or this evening, I really want to empower you to move beyond the wounds that have been keeping you stuck and that have been tying you to lack and limitation. So I would love for you to grab a notepad. If you're on your phone, open up the notes app on your phone. If you could do that without leaving the live, or if however you got going on, grab something that you can write down. And the first thing that I want you to write down is your number one sabotage habit, your number one go-to self-sabotaging habit. What is that? What's the number one thing that you go to self-sabotage? Identify that. Is it procrastination? Is it toxic love? Is it a substance? Is it porn? Is it overeating? Is it just not doing what you know you need to do? Is it not asking for help? What is it? Is it fear? What is it? Write down your number one self-sabotage habit. And if you're brave enough, put it in the chat. If you're real enough and you want to and not scared, put it in the chat. Write down your number one self-sabotaging habit. Now ask yourself, when did I first learn to use this to cope? When did I first learn to use this to cope? Go back. Childhood, teenage years, a moment where you felt powerless, first heartbreak. When was it? Where was this infraction? When did it take place? If you can identify your number one self-sabotaging habit, now identify where it came from. The earliest moment, the earliest memory of when you learned to use this to cope. I want you to write out that moment. Everything you remember about it. Be as real, be as raw. Don't have any filters on it. And after you do that, this is very important. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to close your eyes and picture that younger version of you. I don't know how old you were, 7, 12, 16. Picture that younger version standing in front of you. What did they need to hear? What did they need in that moment that they didn't get? Was it love? Was it reassurance? Was it protection? Was it a compliment? Was it instruction? What allowed them to be seen? What did they need to hear in that moment? Say it to them. Say it to them now. Say it out loud. Speak healing into that child that picked up that habit that you've been carrying for decades. Give them peace. Speak the words that put a smile on their heart and on their face. Let them feel seen. You can't heal the man or woman until you hear the child still bleeding inside of them. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the real work. This is what we'll be doing daily in the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp, not just fixing habits, but healing the roots so the habits die naturally. And again, there's only 2 days left if you want to get inside. Discount code GREATER is going to save you $50 right now during this broadcast. Only during the broadcast is it's going to work. Discount code GREATER. So go to brianhyppolite.com. Don't miss out on this powerful opportunity. And again, the hotline is open, the Manifest Nation hotline. I'll give you another opportunity if you want to call in. The number is 813-686-0963. And if you had a breakthrough just now, going through that exercise, if you saw that younger version of you, you saw your inner child, if you identified a wound, I want you to call in. I want you to share. I want to talk about it. I want to hear about it. Don't hold it in. Don't hide it. This is your family. This is your nation. This is your moment. Let's talk about your greatness. Yeah. 813-686-0963. 813-686-0963. Hit me up. Tap in with me. Call Manifest Nation hotline. So we can talk about this breakthrough that you're having. So we can talk about the generational curses that you're putting down. Yeah. Because this is really what it's all about. This is really what it's all about. This is why we're doing this, to create the environment for growth and evolution. This is what I want you to do. I want you to picture that wound turning into wisdom. That scar turning into strength. I want you to see yourself walking in your wholeness. Now, there's going to be people that want to tell you that you'll never be whole, that you'll never be healed, that your whole life you'll be working towards it and searching for it. But listen, nothing is missing and nothing is broken. You are whole now. All that's missing is that you acknowledge that you understand it, and that you move from a place of wholeness, that you adapt a mindset of wholeness, that you believe in your wholeness the same way that you believe in your brokenness, with the same energy, the same emotion that you tie to your brokenness. Put that in your healing. Tied to your strength and your power, your your wholeness. Listen, if you can, I would love for you to repeat after me. I'm going to say some words that are going to empower you. And I do this consistently because your words are powerful. And there are times when you need to continuously say the right words to yourself so that you can believe what you're hearing. Sometimes it just don't happen by you saying it one time. You need to say it more than once. So repeat after me. I honor the child within me. I honor the child within me. I forgive what hurt me. I forgive who hurt me. I choose freedom over cycles. I choose freedom over coping. I choose freedom over numbness. I am healed. Healing is here. I am whole. I am new. There's nothing missing. There's nothing broken. This is what it's about. This is Manifest Nation. Tonight we've exposed a real addiction, which is comfort. We've gone deeper all the way back into where the wound started. Don't just hear this and go back to numbing. Take action. One way, shape, or form, whether you grab the Bloodline Breaker book and get your hands on this powerful guide to shattering generational curses and rewriting your legacy, you go to brianhyppolite.com and get that, or you can join the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp that's starting in 2 days, and you also will get this ebook. And depending on what level, what tier of the bootcamp you get into, you might be getting an autographed version of that. What we do know for sure is that October's going to get here. Will you be the same you that you were in August when October gets here? Dealing with the same issues, the same struggles, suffering from the same addictions, stumbling over the same habits and the same false mindsets, dealing with the same identity that's tying you to lack and limitation and keeping you from the abundance and opportunities that you should be walking in and taking advantage of you? Is that who you're going to be when October show up? Because there's no one but you that has the opportunity to upgrade yourself, upgrade your mindset, upgrade your habits, upgrade the way that you're going through life, upgrade the level of intention that you're going through life with. Today is going to be a deciding factor for somebody. It's the only opportunity they're going to get to decide whether they're going to be committed to their growth or committed to staying the same. Listen, if you're not jumping into the 30-day Manifest Bootcamp, but you still want to tap in, subscribe to the Manifest Nation Twitch channel, because around here, we don't just talk about change, we're living it. Family, this is what it's about. The child in you deserves healing. The adult in you deserves freedom. And the legacy in you deserves alignment. So stay tuned, stay elevated, stay unshakable. All right, it's Brian Hyppolite, the Manifest Mentor. I love y'all to life. I wouldn't water you if I didn't want you to grow. If this broadcast, if this live bless you, please share it. Not just the live. Definitely do that. Definitely let them know to come to Twitch so that they could see it, so that they could be a part of it, so they could get the notifications when I'm broadcasting. But share the wisdom, share the ideas, share the renewed mindset, because that's how we're gonna grow together. Till next time, man. Greatest shall you be, greatest shall you do, greatest shall you have. Take care. I'm gonna see you at brianhyppolite.com.